Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to talk about how you should behave if you run into your ex. If you live in the same city, or sometimes even if you don't, there's a good possibility that you may run into them. So, what should you do so that you don't act awkward and strange? So there are two scenarios. The first one is that your ex sees you. So they're across the room or across the parking lot or something, and they see you. And so depending on what the breakup was about and how you're feeling, there's one of two responses. You can smile and wave, or you can just look at them. And that would be more appropriate if, let's say, they cheated on you and it's just 2 or 3 weeks after the breakup. Obviously, it would be weird if you see them and now you're smiling and waving like, hey, it's okay, you cheated, no problem. In that case, that obviously would not be appropriate. The one thing you do not want to do is to approach. Do not approach the ex. They need to come to you, both via contacting you on the phone, texting, etc., or if they see you in person. It's not up to you to approach them. Now, I happened to run into an ex once, and it was the perfect run-in. Is that the right word? Run-in? I was pulling into a parking lot, and I had just bought a new car, a new used car, because I do love my Camaros. And as fate would have it, he was just walking into the parking lot to go to his car, and he saw me, and then he saw my new car, and he had a look of shock, like, oh my God, she got a new car. Yeah, I got a new car. So I parked, and then we talked, and he looked really good, but I didn't say anything. We had a little chat, little friendly chat, and then he said, well, give me a call sometime. Yeah, right. I don't remember what I said, but knowing me, I know I probably said, well, you can call me too. So that went well in that I didn't act weird or anything, but he didn't call. So what are you going to do? Scenario number 2 would be where they don't see you, or you don't think they saw you, or maybe they're acting like they didn't see you, but you saw them. Now, in this case, you can approach, but it has to make it, you have to make it seem like it just happened. So let's say you're in a supermarket and you saw him in a certain aisle. So you're going to go over there into that aisle from the other direction, obviously, and go, oh, hi. Fancy meeting you here. Be polite, be pleasant, and be the first one to end the interaction. Do not stay there talking for half an hour, etc. You're just going to have a polite chat as you would with anyone that you run into that you know somewhere. And then you say, well, I have to get going. And if they still want to talk, they'll keep the conversation going. Or if they want to continue the conversation, they can always say, oh, hey, all right, I'll call you later. Or it was nice seeing you. I'll call you later, whatever. And if they say to you what my guy said to me, give me a call sometime, you can say, the phone works both ways, and smile and walk away. I know that when you first see your ex in public, you're going to have all kinds of reactions. You're going to feel fear, you're going to feel anger, you're going to feel weak. Your heart's going to start racing, you may start sweating. You're definitely going to have a physical reaction. So just take a few seconds to ground yourself, to breathe, and get in control of yourself. You want your ex to walk away from the interaction thinking that it was nice to see you, and hopefully second-guessing himself or herself and wondering if they didn't make a mistake by breaking up with you. So if you have more questions about what to do if you run into your ex, we can always have a talk about that through private coaching, and you can sign up for that at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.